Hi, welcome back to Jen's Addiction. I'm so glad you came back to see me today. And on today's episode, I thought I would run down a few more finds from a recent record store haul, kind of binge shop, if you will. My husband and I had been doing a comic book show up around the Indianapolis area a while back. And after the show, we had a little bit of time to kill and thought it would be fun to hit Luna Music, which is a record store that I've highlighted here before. And we went back to find a couple of items we didn't pick up the last time we were there that were kind of still on our minds, and a few other surprises. And then I also found some at a few other local record stores, kind of in my area. Gold Dust Records, which is a lovely little shop up around Bloomington. The owner there is just super nice, tons of fun. They have all kinds of little things in there and secret gems, but especially if you like punk rock, new wave, just kind of hardcore, that whole kind of genre of music. He's been able to really dig up some great finds, and I found some wonderful, wonderful things there. And then Landlock Records is another one that we hit when we were in Bloomington. And I did find a nice little healthy stack of 45s when I was there too. And so again, I kind of feel like a lot of us are showing 45s some more love. And so I thought I would showcase those. I won't dwell on them a lot, but at least just kind of try to profile them and show them. It is kind of a new fun obsession when I have the time to dig, is to go through those 45 bins. If they don't have a picture sleeve, it is really hard. I don't know about you guys, but like focusing becomes really difficult for me. And if it's not like front and center, you have to turn my head, or it just didn't even get me started. That's like a tale for another time, like my 45 woes. But at any rate, I did think it would be kind of fun to share this too. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you hit like and subscribe and share with any friends that you think might find the time here at Jen's Addiction fun, because I do like to have fun. And I think everybody keeps coming back because we have really grown the community, I guess, here. If you want to call it like our little corner of the world. A lot of you crossed over and introduced me to other channels and new music, and we have a lot of fun conversation, and it's just been a ton of fun, and I would love that to continue. So every subscriber helps. I really appreciate and love you all so, so much. And I'm so, so happy that you are here. And if I have any highlights that I'm able to add to my Spotify playlist that might not be there already, I will do so. As I've said in the past, I would love to showcase all of these songs, but every time I put a snippet of any kind on, I get like totally blacked out. I don't know how people do it. I can never make it past, like they won't even let me show the video. It's not even like you won't get credit or whatever, it's just like, I can't, it just blacks it out in certain markets. So, and I don't want that to happen. This is about having fun. So I put songs over on the Spotify playlist just as a way to let people hear them and maybe find them a little quicker than other ways. So anyway, it's been a lot of fun there too. And you can also catch me on Facebook. So to kind of just kick off from there, I'm going to dig into some of these 45s and showcase them. I have a pretty healthy little stack of records, as I usually do, but I will try really hard not to be too long in the tooth with these. So this very first one I picked up is Good Times. It's NXS and Jimmy Barnes. It was from the Lost Boys soundtrack, which I thought would just be kind of a hoot to have added to my collection. It's not the most interesting picture sleeve. I'm wondering if maybe there's some other version of this out there somewhere that might be a little more interesting. But at any rate, I couldn't pass up NXS and Lost Boys all in one place. It was sort of like, yeah. The next one was Forever Live and Die, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. So that was kind of a fun one. I think on the other side is This Town. I had not seen this one before. I have a feeling somebody sold a large collection at some point, and I found a lot of OMD this year kind of grouped together, and I'm figuring it's probably all coming from the same collector. If you're out there and you recognize any of your things, I'm taking exceptionally good care of them, I promise. So this Men at Work one, it's a mistake. I thought this was just a really cool 45 cover. As a person who grew up during that time period, with everything happening between the United States and Russia and the whole Cold War, I just think this sort of sums up a lot of that sentiment quite well, and the kind of what makes pictures and artwork on music and some of these sleeves so fascinating to me, sometimes almost even more so than the songs. Read by the Human League. So this was another one. It opens here from the top, but I'm pretty sure you read it like this. Total Panic is on the other side. So again, just a kind of a nice pick up and to add and broaden my Human League collection. I love Madness. I had never seen this 45 for Embarrassment before. Crying Shame is on the other side. It was a Stiff Records release, and I don't even know, and that is what that inside, I guess it's pink. So I haven't even had a chance to kind of clean these and go through some of the 45s yet. I picked up a couple of Missing Persons. I already owned Destination Unknown, but I did not have this particular sleeve. So I thought it was sort of fun to grab that one and add it. And then Windows was the next one. So that is the same on both sides. So I thought those looked in pretty good shape. I am a big fan of Naked Eyes. I think they are a band that kind of gets lost sometimes. And it's funny, the folks who tell me, who even kind of grew up in the 80s, who just don't always remember them right away. But, you know, Two Heads Together is sort of on the one side. What in the Name of Love is on the other. And I just thought that was just such a great song. Their song Flag of Convenience is one of them. And No Flowers, Please. Just killer. So one of my favorite Captain and Tennille songs is Lonely Nights, Angel Face. I could not believe I actually found it on 45. So I have such vivid memories connected to this song. It was like a no-brainer for me. I did pick up this copy, pretty nice little copy for the Style Council for Speak and Like a Child. So there's the back. And there is how that looks on the inside. So that was really a nice surprise to find that. I feel like my Style Council, anything Paul Weller, is just kind of growing and growing. These next couple were a really great find. Say You Really Want Me from Kim Wilde. I don't have, and I just, oh my gosh, you guys, I ripped that. I did that. That was me. I did that, Jen. I was trying to put the record in, and I am so mad at myself. But anyway, I thought that was so great. And I just keep finding more and more like little hits and misses of Kim Wilde. I just don't feel she's as easy to find over here as I'd like her to be. You Keep Me Hanging On, which I think was definitely her hit here. I love, if you saw my video about fan clubs, I love on the back, there's fan club information. So I think that is just super fun, but a really cool 45 cover. I think she looks great. And really the winner, and I'd found this one, I think at Gold Dust, did not expect to find it, was for Cambodia. So that just such a win. And Watching for Shapes. And there she is on the back. So such a cool find. I did not expect to find. Overkill, Until the Money Runs Out was from Men at Work. So that was sort of a fun pickup. So, of course, I'm sure with the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, a lot of people have been looking for anything from Lita Ford. However, I had been on the lookout for a Runaways album that, because I have it original, but she's going to be at a Days of the Dead convention in Indianapolis here right before Christmas. And I had wanted her to autograph a Runaways album. But then I got thinking about it and I was like, I don't do it, do I not? And then I happened to spy this and I thought, this might be a great alternative if I get to go and see her and have her autograph that. I'm torn, it's like, I don't plan on selling my Runaways record. It would be great to think I could get her and Sherry and Joan, like get the whole group of them to sign eventually. But I don't know. I love that record. And sometimes there's things I like autographed and some things I don't. And either way, but this would be kind of killer to get her to sign that. I would like to meet her. I think that would be a ton of fun to see her. I mean, just kind of a trailblazer for women on many levels. So this is from The Beat. It's Twist and Crawl and Hands Off, She's Mine. So there is probably can't see it very well. There we go. I don't know, something about those silver 45s. I'm kind of like they sort of entrance me. I found a Samantha Fox 45 for Drop Me a Line and Touch Me. I Want Your Body. So there is no picture though. I mean, so this is Swords of a Thousand Men, Temple Tudor. This was a kind of a fun 45 pickup. I will say this was another one of those, was it Love and Food? Kind of an odd title. But the disc itself, the label, I think is really cool for the band. So I thought that was really just sort of a fun find. It was interesting. Recently, I've been watching Married with Vinyl, and they showcased, I think it was a couple 12 inches by these guys that they had just picked up. I think it was at a record show out in California. So it was just, it's so funny, the things that you never see. And I remember thinking then, man, like, I never see them. I never see that band. I never see that stuff. And boom, there it was. This was cool. I had done a video also about flexi discs and floppy music. This was a Ladytron promo. So that is a flexi disc, and I think it's in pretty darn good condition. I have not yet played it, but I'm really intrigued to see what that sounds like. And I love Ladytron. So it took me a second when I looked at it. I was like, no, is that really? And it was what I thought it was. The next one I have, I'm a big fan of Elvis Costello. So this was My Funny Valentine, and I think it's Ada. Niccolo produced that one. And there he is on the back. And then there is kind of what the record itself looks like. Yep, so there's My Funny Valentine. And, oh, I guess it's Oliver's Army. I didn't even see that on the, Interesting. This was on the front. I was like, what the heck is that on the back? And of course, we all know he kind of does not play Oliver's Army anymore. But it's kind of cool to pick up something else from Elvis. I do like his version of Funny Valentine too. So there you go. Learn something new every day if I pay attention. That is such odd. I guess when I looked at it, I knew it was Elvis. I could not. I need to wear my glasses. Surprise. All right. Hazel O'Connor, Give Me an Inch. That is this particular 45. The B side is If Only. And then this is what that particular record looks like. I have not seen any Hazel O'Connor in a long time. It was just kind of a fun pickup for me. And I really liked the cover on that one. I thought it was kind of crazy. This Calvin Johnson, and this, I think it's the Snow Tones. Yes, they do one called, they do Crazy Legs and Pink Cadillac. I just really loved the way it all looked. I think this is a newer release. The recording itself is a little muffled. It's not like the best quality recording, I don't think, but I just was kind of fascinated by it. And I was picking it up. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then we've got, RCA presents, this is a 2-record Eartha Kitt. I have quite a few of these. I have a few of these, for Jackie Gleason's orchestra. I love those. This one happens. There's what the record looks like. So this is I Want to Be Evil, C'est Si Bon. I guess these are all her French. Lots of more of her French songs. Avril au Portugal, Uskadara, African Lullaby. Anyway, I'm probably botching a lot of these, but just some fun stuff. I love the packaging on these. And I have found quite a few 45s from this era and this harder, really nice packaging, really. And I've paid as little as $0.25 a piece for them, and they are absolutely fantastic. So anytime you can grab those, I think it is an absolute win. I did pick up for 50 cents copies of, there we go, the Monster Mash. So that I grabbed right before Halloween. So I thought that was just an absolute perfect find. The Dartel Stomp from the Dartels. And they had another song on the back called Hot Pastrami. But I just love everything about this particular, like all the packaging. I have such memories of Dot Records. I think no, was it Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka Dot Bikini? No, don't quote me on that, but that might have been on one of mine. This is Stubby K. I'm married to a striptease dancer, or on the other side, Lydia the Tattooed Lady, which is really what got me, because I don't know why I hum that song a lot. And I do remember them singing that particular song. I think it was in the Cary Grant, Katharine Hepburn movie, Philadelphia Story. Her little sister sings Lydia, oh Lydia. I picked up Little Richard's Jenny Jenny. So could you even understand why I would do that? I have this problem. If my name's on it, I grab it, So I grabbed that. It's a great song though, but I love the specialty label on that. Taste of Honey from Martin Denny, as well as The Brighter Side. So that was just kind of a real basic, not in the correct, it's a Liberty record, so it's not even in the correct sleeve. But we will remedy that at some point. I did really love this Johnny Nash. I Can See Clearly Now, or How Good It Is. That was an epic release. Again, not in the right sleeve, but at least the colors kind of match. And then the Hop, Theater of Hate. So I did pick up that little number. And my last one that I grabbed for a 45 was The Woman in Me by Donna Summer. And I absolutely love this song. But what I thought was super cool about it too is whoever had it had kept the 45 ticket. So that would be in the jukebox. But that was a song then that was in a jukebox. And I love that that is included. So I will definitely be keeping all of that together. So that is my 45 pickups. Again, a lot of stuff, some really fun things. I have been kind of like intermittently playing those here and there. And it's been fun to rediscover some of those. So now we're kind of moving on to the LP portion of the show. Just a lot of really fun records I was able to pick up. A few of them I was super happy to find because I had put them on my want list to order them. And so now I don't even have to pay shipping. And I was just so excited. So some great surprises. And right out of the gate, I had went back and picked up the collection from The Damned. This is a 2-record collection. It was an English release, but it was made in France. This has probably just about every song you could ever initially want on there. Oh my gosh. So there's the inside, has some nice liner notes. But you get to have Ignite, Generals, Dozen Girls, Bad Time for Bonzo, Gun Fury, Lovely Money, Disco Man. There's the record. Neat, which is live. So like the first album, you get studio records. The second album is live music. So at some point you start with Love Song. Let's see, wait a minute. No, all of it goes from Help, I Just Can't Be Happy Today, Love Song, Neat, New Rose, Noise, Smash It Up, and Wait for the Blackout. And those are all live and they sound fantastic. So I was super excited to pick that up and add it to the collection. I have been very slowly grabbing a little more Peggy Lee here and there. And this one is no exception. It was just in great condition. I love the back too, that it shows other albums of her, which is kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like a nice little visual checklist, if you will. So I can kind of keep track. I think sometimes seeing what the album covers look like is half the battle with me keeping them in order. So a while back, actually, let me skip this one because I have another record in here that would go with this. So I think I'm going to wait on that for a second. So I picked up this are two-tone, another two-tone record. I love two-tone and a lot of their musicians. Of course, you get Madness and the Specials on here, as well as Rico, the English Beat, and the Selector. So this just has a ton of great stuff. Madness by Madness. All of a sudden, I can't talk. Special by AKA Gangster. Let's see. The English Beat does Tears of a Clown. More specials. There's just a lot of really great stuff. I think if you can see some of the titles there on that one. So I thought that was just a really, really fun find. 1983 release. So I really dug that. This is a 2013 Belle and Sebastian, the Third Eye Center. I have not redone this one, there's some writing on here, but I need to put a new sleeve on here. So super excited to find that. I don't have any Belle and Sebastian in my collection, so I was excited to finally find something and add to it. So I haven't had a chance to really sit down and dig into this one, but I have to say I'm absolutely intrigued by that cover. I thought that was a really, really cool cover. We picked up another Nick Lowe record. We're Nick Lowe fans around here. So I Knew the Bride When She Used to Rock and Roll is one of my favorites that he does. And he does sing that on this particular record. So I thought that was a definite win. I've mentioned before that we had become fans of Frankie Rose after seeing her in concert. She opened right before Jesus and Mary Chain and the Psychedelic Furs. So this is a Frankie Rose record that I did not have. And I am super excited to have this one in my collection. So that was a really nice find. I did not have a 1986 copy of Black Celebration, and I do now, but this is a club edition. So that was super fun. I had all the Depeche Mode on CD. I've been slowly trying to rebuild up my vinyl. I'd have like a couple, but not all. So I feel like getting new copies. And I think there are copies of this record where these symbols are embossed. I would like to find one of those too. But this has so many great. Stripped is one of my absolute all-time favorite songs. And of course, that's on here. So it's a win. I have a 1978 original pressing for Generation X. So that was an awesome, awesome find. Give Me Some Truth, Wild Youth, From the Heart, Ready, Steady, Go. I mean, hello. So I thought that was a great, great find. I think I only have one other Gen X album, so I think that was really cool. I have been looking for Jesus and Mary Chain's Honey's Dead. This is not obviously an original. This is a reissue. But I am dying to find an original copy. So Reverence is a song of theirs that I absolutely love. They played it the last time I saw them live, kind of beginning of last year. They just killed it. It was so good. I just can't even. So super excited to have that. I will, though, still be on the hunt for an original copy. But in the meantime, I will take that one. We have been looking for a copy of Kisses Dressed to Kill. And this was a really nice copy. I was so pleased. I mean, for the blacks on that, I think look great. It's the embossed version, which I love. It's just kind of a ton of fun. There's several Kiss records that I really love, and I love visually. And this is one of them. I thought that was just one of the absolute coolest covers ever. And I love the reverse image on the back. So that was a fun surprise. I really didn't plan on picking that up, but I think somebody had just probably sold it. And again, it was just so, I'm not going to tempt fate. It looked so great. Like I just couldn't say no. Surprisingly enough, we did not have this copy of Prince's record. And I think it's because in my mind, I thought we had it. We keep seeing copies of this. One of the last ones I think I saw, like this whole bottom section, it looked like the paper had kind of been peeled off, or you'll find it water damaged or warped in some way. So I was very excited to come across this one. And that is the back, of course. I just kind of kept this one a little bit separate. You know, on some of these, if you go to put the sleeve back in, it just doesn't fit right. I probably should store all my records this way, but I like to see the art on the back too. I mean, that's kind of my dilemma when I don't do it. So I don't know. Tell me below what you guys think. I'm sure this is the great debate, right? Do you keep the records on the back? Do you put them inside? I can see the benefit, so I don't slide them in and out. Like I don't want to ruin the sleeve, but I want to see what the artwork on the back looks like. So there you are. I found Never As Good As the First Time by Sade as a 12-inch single. I was super excited to get that. I have been on a real Sade kick lately. I've been able to pick up some amazing stuff of hers and really kind of re-round out my collection of her music on vinyl. And I was just so pleased. It sounds so, so good. The bass lines to that song are fantastic. So one of the last times I had showed a record haul, a few people in the comments had seen this record flip by. It is a Belgian version. It is a first print, and it is from The Damned and their first record. And they were like, Jen, why did you not get that? And I remember even my husband was like, Jen, why did we not get that? And I don't know. I guess because I thought we had one, but it is different. So I will share. I'm a sharer. It is a little, the print on it, of course, it is a little darker, I think, when you hold it side by side to my other one. But what made this one a little more fun was the fact that it was on blue vinyl and stiff records. So that was kind of cool to see that. It is a little different. And I really do appreciate that about it. So I am super excited to say that it was there, and it is now happily in my home. So, I mean, seriously, I think by the time we came back, I looked at it again, and I think Brandon was like, it's here. Like, maybe it means we should take it. And I'm like, whatever you say, force me to take it. I'm so sorry. So I've often mentioned too, it's difficult for me to find Talk records. This is a promo that has Rainbow, Eden, Desire, and I Believe in You. Let the Music Speak by Talk. I think it's The Spirit of Eden. There's what the label on that particular one looks like. I think that it is the same on both sides, if I'm not mistaken, because it is a promo. But it sounds great, and I was really excited to add that to my collection for sure. And then we also came across this BBC Live FM radio broadcast, Talk in concert, and it sounds fantastic. It really, really does. And anything I'd said in other videos about kind of lamenting about not getting to see them live, it just kind of brings it all home because they sound fantastic. So I'd never seen this one before. So if any of you have had this, maybe you love it as much as I do, but it is a special edition. It is on yellow vinyl, just for kind of show and tell. Why not? I will show and tell. I did like there's a butterfly on that side. There's a puffin on that side. I think that's what that is. So there's the yellow. That is like a super, super yellow record. But it sounds wonderful. I can't complain. And I'm beyond thrilled to have more Talk in my collection. Like I said, I'm looking for another original copy of their first album. I need a player's copy. So these next three, I was saving these two. I had mentioned a band called Nouvelle Vague in a previous show, and I was able to pick up a copy of one of their albums, which I think is back here. So it's Bands Apart, which is that one right there. They are a French musical group. They do music in that very bistro French nightclub style, and it's all new wave music. So this first one, I think this is called 3. It has special guests Martin Gore, Terry Hall. So there's the first one. There's a poster inside that has her on it with all of the songs. But some of the songs on this particular record are Master and Servant, Blister in the Sun, Road to Nowhere, All My Colors, The American, Heaven, Parade, Metal, Our Lips Are Sealed, God Save the Queen, So Lonely. So just another fantastic addition to my Nouvelle Vague collection. And then the next one is a 2019 first pressing of Curiosities. This one has Sweet Dreams, My Girl, The Girl You Want, Under the Flag, Brass in Pocket, I'm in Love with a German film star. I am in love with that song. Can I tell you, of all the 45s, okay, that's a story for a minute. I'm going to hold it. But of all the 45s, then they also do Don't You Want Me, Mirror in the Bathroom, Sex Beater, Ghost Girl, Nowhere Girl. I'm just like, or Ghost Rider, Nowhere Girl. And then we found a third one. So excited for this one too. I Could Be Happy. And this is, there we go. And that was a 2016 limited edition. This has like Love Comes in Spurts, I Want to Be Sedated, I Could Be Happy, All Cats Are Gray, No One Is Receiving. I mean, just fantastic. I don't even know. Let's take a look because I don't even remember. This one I think still had the plastic on it. It has a limited edition orange vinyl. So there is the sleeve. for that. And there is the orange vinyl. So very pretty. I think I want to eat an orange now. I'm telling you, if you guys have not listened to Nouvelle Vague yet, and you love 80s music, and you love that sort of French club, oh God, I can't even, it's just undescribable, but it is so good. I just love it. I think it has been one of my absolute all-time favorites and surprises of the year has been discovering them and their music. And I will say, on a side note, probably now that I'm thinking about it, part of the reason I've been hitting the 45 so heavy too is I want a copy of I'm in Love with a German Film Star. I think that is absolutely one of the best songs ever. It's The Passions. I love that song. Okay. So I keep looking for it and then I'm finding other things, but I'm hoping I can find it. I have a couple more record shows coming up. I'm hoping I can find it before I just end up ordering it. But I picked up Basement Jaxx. They do several versions of Bingo Bango. The Latin Bango mix is awful fun. DJ Funk mix is also awful fun. But I do like some of the dance music that they do. So it was kind of a fun find. I think it was like $3 for that. I mean, I can't pass that up for $3. This was a cool find. And when I played it back, I'd forgotten how much I dug this song. I do remember it. It is Holy Gang featuring Richard 23 from Front 242. It is the song Free Tyson Free. So it's kind of all about, Mike Tyson. But man, it is a great, fun track. It is a great, fun dance track. So just a ton of fun on that one. Another one I picked up that's new, I haven't really done a review of, and that would be the brand new Tame Impala, Deadbeat. It sounds wonderful. It's on a 2-record set. It weighs a ton, but it sounds great. I was so happy to get it. I'd forgotten it had come out. I was in the record store. They were playing it, and my ears perked up, and I thought, this sounds like Tame Impala. There you go. We found this record by a singer-songwriter named Linda Hoover, and what we were really intrigued by is the fact that basically it's her backup band is Steely Dan. I think she was 18, 19 years old when this album was recorded. It has sat on a shelf for decades, and they had finally put it out, and it's really good. I mean, it is a very Steely Dan sounding record. She's got a beautiful voice, but what a ton of fun to kind of listen to this and hear snippets of what will become. You can just you can kind of tell it's going to be Steely Dan. So that was a fun surprise. And my very last one, this is a total surprise. So What? Jane's Addiction 12-inch single. And I have to say, Deep Red's Voodoo Funk mix of this song is one of my favorites. So I was so stoked to get this one. Jane's Addiction, one of those bands I really wanted to see last year before Perry Farrell imploded. We were like 2 stops away on the tour from getting to see him. I was just heartbroken. But, I guess it's kind of in the show title of my show, that on some level, Jen was addicted to Jane's Addiction. I used to never miss a Jane's Addiction album. So this was just a nice surprise. So super fun to pick that one up. And again, the funk mix, so good, and things that you just kind of forget that you've heard or how good they really are. So there you have it, guys. That is my most recent record store pickups and hauls. I know it seemed like a lot. I did have a nice, healthy little stack of 45s to showcase this time. That's not always going to be the case, but I thought that was a ton of fun, some wonderful finds, some nice surprises, and it was great to go back and see that a couple albums that I really was sort of losing sleep about not picking up last time I went shopping were still there. So I felt pretty fortunate. So please, in the comments below, if there's something you saw that you love, maybe you already have, maybe I'm pulling out blasts from the past. You're like, whoa, I need to find that too. Do any of you own I'm in Love with a German Film Star by The Passions? If so, are you passionate about it? Because I am. I want to know. And if you haven't listened to Nouvelle Vague, please check them out. I think you guys would really dig them, especially if you love those genres of music. But to listen to some of my 80s favorites, it's just, I can't say enough good things about them. I think it's really fantastic. So again, hit like and subscribe if you've not done so already. I so appreciate you guys so much and all of you for being here. And I hope you're spinning some great tunes and you're listening to something new and fantastic, whatever that may be to you. You guys take care. See you soon.